A Week 1 showdown between two teams hoping to get things started on a great note. It's the Condors and the Kentucky Wildcats. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Guys, I caught up with the Condors head coach. This is going to be a huge challenge to get this upset on the road. Not only is this one of the best quality opponents they have faced so far, it is a quality crowd. You can hear from the noise. This crowd is ready to get after it. A very hostile environment. We will see how they handle it, and I will keep you posted how it's going down here on the field. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. And the Wildcats kickoff unit is ready to go, and so are we to start this season. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So the Condors offense will have the ball first. And Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need it.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the defense gives him, and you cannot turn the ball over.
No, you got to hold on to that rock, but it would be nice. I think this offense would really open up with some more consistency at this spot. Now, a running back they could really depend on. He becomes that guy.
He's running free down the middle. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Condors! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
So the Kentucky Wildcats offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing. Proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. All right, guys, let's talk a little Kentucky. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. In the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back, and no one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. And what's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here in week 1.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Caught in the backfield, it's Baxter. Turning it on! Inside the 30. Inside the 10. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal.
Man, is it nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, short pass, but he has such speed, elusiveness, vision, the whole nine. He shows you all of it right there. Catches the football, makes some people miss, gets upfield, and gets the long gain. That is so nice for a quarterback to throw it short, but you get all those yards after the catch. And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Kept it on the ground. Now they'll throw. timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces a third down.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. Likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback is just going to...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And these plays right here, man, they can spark your team. And the defense has been flying around, but now they make the play. They get home to the quarterback and cause the damage. The ball gets on the turf, they recover, and now set up with great field position.
Here's how the career starts. His first carry. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for running room. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Trying to get the corner. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. The Condors decide to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Catches it cleanly at the 20. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it and you didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football ball. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
They'll run the screen, and they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Here's a give to C.J. Baxter. Maybe some room here. He's got 50 yards on the ground in the first quarter. What a tremendous start to this season. The Wildcats will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Driving forward, it's Baxter. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Kentucky.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they did tack on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. With an update on that, let's check in with Holly.
Here on the Condor sideline, what I'm observing is that these guys are so fired up for their running back who just broke the conference season record for rushing touchdowns. They are continuing to feed him the rock in the red zone. They know he is on a history-making spree. They want to continue to go downhill. This defense hasn't stopped him yet, and the teammates are celebrating every yard he gains, every touchdown he makes, because he is making history out there. Guys?
Appreciate that, Holly.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Oh, big fella almost had a pick right there. Instead, it falls incomplete.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. To the air, it's right. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Makes a grab deep. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
All right, defense, I don't know what you're drawing up, but that wasn't it, okay? Wide open wide receivers, miscommunication, whatever it was, got to get that fixed.
And it'll be the Condors come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw one first. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion. 2nd and long here. They just keep firing. Right down the middle. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. The quarterback just needs to settle down. He looks like he's just too excited right now. He had his receiver wide open down the field and just put way too much mustard on that throw, overthrowing an open guy. That should have been 6.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Trying to establish the run. He's brought down at the 44-yard line, and the defense making a play on 3rd down. The Condors will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not a lot of room to field this one. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's 1st down again. Fresh set of downs going up top. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. They'll run it out of the gun with Baxter. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. He now has 74 yards rushing in this game. What a way to start the new season.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Makes the grab on 3rd. He's got enough to move the chains for Kentucky.
Really nice time to go RPO there by the offense. 3rd and short. You might run the football. You got to fake that, certainly, and it freezes the defense just a split second enough for the QB to spit that thing out to the perimeter to make the catch and get the 1st down.
Makes the grab. It's Miller. He's down right there. Short gain on the grab.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Straight ahead, it's Baxter. He's stopped, and he's got enough to move the chain.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a 1st down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Myers on the move. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in. They'll stop things momentarily for an injury on the play. There is a Kentucky Wildcat down. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. They want to throw it. Rushes on. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays. But you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Right side, it's Miller. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. And the Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Baxter. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. You just hope this turns out not to be too serious. First quarter, game one. It's tough to take an injury this early. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Baxter. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
And this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football. Look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play. Nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
The Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Drops back on first down. Out wide right, it's Anderson. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
You know, games have ebbs and flows to them, and good things happen and bad things happen, but everything is going this offense's way on this drive. This thing has been textbook. Really nice cadence by the play caller. He's mixing in different looks, keeping this defense on their heels. They have just matriculated the football down the field in control, and now they're in the red zone. This offensive drive has been really impressive.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Second down, gonna throw it. Fires into the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. Both teams wanted to run the football. Let's take a look at the numbers for these two guys so far. They'll line up for the field goal try as we start the second quarter. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. Pulls it. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in. And
he's got it right down the boulevard. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Keeps it himself. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They'd really rather not have to settle for 3. It's 3rd and goal from the 6. Gives it. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. It is perfect. And, guys, that 3 ball has us all tied up here in the 2nd.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Here comes the Kentucky offense out onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little...
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Just steamrolling the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because it cuts off half of the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across your body going to the right. Great job by the defense closing it off and making the interception.
They're going to run it to the right. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them into more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Touchdown, Condor! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Another incompletion on 3rd down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. They'll look to pin him deep. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Well, the defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the 2nd quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll run it. Makes his man miss. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And it'll be the Condors who will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Trying to get started. Slips through the line. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They'll run him again. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. He's now over the century mark with 102 yards rushing, and he has busted the century mark in this season opener. On 3rd down, here's Baxter. Still running at the 40. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Well, in a short yardage situation, they pull off an explosive play. And how about the blocking up front? Everybody getting a big-time push.
Yeah, and in those 3rd and shorts, defense plays aggressive, loads the box. One guy misses, and it ends up being a big gain. Nice play by this offense.
Could not make his way to the corner.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there. And as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Long way to go on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
3rd and long from the 30-yard line in this defense, hoping to knock them out of field goal range. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick completion on the out route. And he's dragged down. They'll mark it at the 19. Into the red zone. It'll be 1st down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
This guy has been hard to bring down on this drive for the defense, and the D's lucky there because it was a DB that saved a touchdown. When he got into the 2nd level, he put the Jets on. There were people in the stadium holding their breath thinking he might break it, but this defense up front, they've got to be able to slow him down a little bit.
Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. The senior defensive tackle being looked at by medical personnel. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on how he's doing. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. Never a doubt. That'll cut the lead down to 4, 17-13.
Hey, listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. The give on the counter. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Using his feet. Got enough for the first down. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
They use that sideline as a defender and get him out of bounds at the 36. The Condors with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The play fake. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. And it'll be the Condors who will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Making his first move. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Right back to the well. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision, nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Yeah, nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking for the edge. Breaks into the open. He's had a day, 103 yards rushing, and he goes over the century mark in this season opener.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
Second and long here. To the back. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Wildcats use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Condors will punt it away on 4th down. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
They're all over him. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Hit as he throws. And he gets rid of it.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Rush right in his face. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
Well, they tried to go play action on that one to see if they could freeze the defense, but a great job getting to the quarterback, not being fooled by it, and forcing the incompletion.
3rd play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. Moving the pocket, it's right. Throws to the tight end. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
It's good. Easy call for the refs. They're now up by a touchdown at 20-13.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. From the gun, it's Barnes. They make the stop, but he's got enough for the 1st down, and now this offense might have a chance to do something. Might as well give it to him again. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room for halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. As we start the second half, what do you have for us, Holly?
Kentucky's head coach said in the locker room they are pretty excited about what they're seeing from their running back. As you know, he's a transfer. This is why they brought him in. And although he is performing very well, they've still got work to do. Trailing in this game, they've got to be a little bit better at the line of scrimmage here to start the second half. Reese?
Thanks, Holly. They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Really nice job by the defense. Here in the second half, they've got to have the mentality with the lead. If we just don't give up any more points, we get the W. We got to make big plays on 3rd down. They made a big one there.
On his way back from the 20. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Here on the Condors sideline, one thing I'm really keeping my eyes on here today, guys, this quarterback is banged up. He told me before the game that he has had to really fight through some soreness throughout the course of this week. I can tell you he's already taken some contact, and it is definitely a storyline that I am following throughout the course of this game. I'll keep you posted with everything I hear down here on the sidelines. Guys, back to you.
Holly, we'll see how they react. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Give to the big fullback. They got him at the 42, but he got 5 yards on the play. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. There's never a good time for it, but man, do you hate to see it in the first game of the season. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. On the option. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Trying to get the corner. And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a 1st down.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot. Get the 1st down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the 1st down marker is.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
So the offense accepts the penalty, and they'll get a little farther away from their own end zone. That defensive penalty was just what the doctor ordered for this offense. It's now 2nd and 3. The running back has it. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the 1st down, new set of downs, let's go.
And it'll be the Condors pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Quick give. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Looking downfield, it's right. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Keeps it on the ground. Brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on 3rd down. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. Absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. From the gun. Look out! Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down.
That's a great job working the scramble drill. You know, QBs and quarterbacks, they practice this throughout the week. When the pocket breaks down and the play gets extended, receivers have to break off their route, and they've got to go find an open area of the field. Nice work there between the QB and wide receiver.
Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And he's brought down after a short gain. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. At the 40, there he goes. Makes a grab and room to run. Touchdown, Wildcats. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Pulls it, looking for a crease. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little gain because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Here's the give off the left side. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Keeps it himself. Got the first down. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football, and you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The Condors send out the punt unit. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. They call it a coffin quarter kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. Here comes the Kentucky offense out onto the field. Not much movement there. It's a gain of 1, gets him out to the 5. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Baxter again. That hole closed quickly. He'll get 1 out to the 6. 3rd and long coming up. Right side, it's Patterson. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it out past the 20 to the 21-yard line. It's a 1st down as this offense tries to put together a long drive.
And that is exactly what you want to get accomplished coming out of your own end zone, man. You don't want to hold on that ball too long. Get rid of it. Throw it to your running back. Nice job getting north and south, getting some positive yards, and getting out of the shadow of your own end zone.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. They give it back to him. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere, and they're able to make a big-time play.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. DB's right up on the receivers. Leaves it in his belly. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And this team needs more of that, man. Right? This is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Gets it to the back. He had that 1st down marker squarely in his sights, but boy, a tough, hard-nosed tackle is going to leave him about a yard short. They boot it away on 4th down. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Fighting off the defender. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the 1st down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Quick give. It's Patterson. Got 6 yards on the play. 2nd and 4 coming.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the 2nd level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
And the Wildcats line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. On the return. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
From the gun, he breaks a tackle. There he and runs through another guy. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Single back formation, and they give it to him. And he didn't find a whole lot of running room, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Give to the running back. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Got to pick up a few to move the sticks here on 3rd down from their own 20. On play action. Oh, pressure's coming. Escapes the sack. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. He gets a hand on it, it's blocked. And they got it. Speeding down the left side. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Wildcats. They've got the lead here in the 4th. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. And now, deep in the 4th quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ball game. Sells the run, looking to pass. Got his man on the outside. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. There's never a good time for it, but man, do you hate to see it in the first game of the season. Just barely picked up a yard, but that last completion, it's 2nd and 9. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's right. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gets him the ball at the 29-yard line.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed, it's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
They'll move the tight end. The run inside. It's Patterson. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
This offense is in no hurry, right? Control the clock is priority number one. I'm going to run the football. I got the lead. I already got great field position, but I'm not interested in scoring right away. I got to make sure I watch that play clock tick down, maximize those seconds, and keep being physical with the run game.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. Keeps it moving, it's Patterson. They stop him at the 23. Good pickup, but not quite enough for the first down. It'll bring up 4th down. They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. Needs it here on 4th down. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's got it, 1st down and more. Drag to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going.
And how about this offense, man? They put the ball in the hands of the guy they trust the most. 4th down, needed conversion. You're wanting to salt this clock away. You want this game to end with you guys possessing the football. Big 4th down conversion.
Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Touchdown, Condor! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
How about that play by this defense? The offense trying to salt the game away with the lead. Defense makes the biggest play of the ball game, getting the pick, finding the end zone, and taking the lead late in this ball game.
They make fun of kickers saying they don't have to worry about contact. They do in situations like that. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Holly Rowe has an update.
Here on the Wildcats sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. 6-yard pickup on 1st down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. This time they'll throw it. Grabbed over the middle, it's Anderson. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
You know, the beautiful thing about being a quarterback is you can throw.
1st down here as we dive into the college football season. A week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Fresh setter downs going to the air. With the catch, it's Rodriguez. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Miller. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Running inside, it's Ivory. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24. This 3rd down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? Plows his way ahead. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that 1st down. Working the ground game. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. Looking to throw. Whip it out to the back on the screen. They don't fall for the screen. Great job retracing and stopping him at the line of scrimmage. This game will come down to this. A field goal try to save them. And it's good! Tie ball game here in the 4th.
And so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Kane. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. Well, the turnover squandered an opportunity to put this game away a moment ago. Now they'll have to pull it out of the fire in a tie ball game. Looking for the edge. Defense all over him.
Really good job by this defense. Understanding responsibility football. Playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Rides to the back. Stopped again, and at least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Back to throw, it's right. Working that wide receiver screen. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. Would they go for a big play on 1st and 10? Pulls it, trying to get the corner. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
You know, this zone replay is something they rep over and over and over in practice. This guy can run it and execute it in his sleep. Good decision there keeping the football.
Give to the single back. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. Trying to squeak through the pile. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. And it'll be the Condors line up to punt it away. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Time for the offense to try to put together a 4th quarter drive to break a tie. Hits inside, it's Ivory. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. The clock has stopped for the timeout, and we have reached the final 2 minutes in this one.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on 1st down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Finds a crease, it's Patterson. Turning it on! Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few. After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. Straight ahead, it's Patterson. Brought down.
Man, I'm going to be curious to see this offense down the stretch. That's back-to-back runs. This is a pivotal part of the game. We're in the fourth quarter. Like, what are they going to lean on? What weapon are they going to go to find a way to get across the finish line?
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Finds his back in the middle. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. And so you got a guy who makes a play downfield like that. How anxious do you think they're going to be to continue in man coverage?
Yeah, I don't know, Reese. They're going to need a plan. They're going to maybe want to think about more zone coverage or maybe even bracketing this running back if he decides to come out of the backfield, because right now they don't seem to have an answer for him.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. It's Gilmore. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Now the Wildcats call a timeout. It's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. A field goal attempt from here would be 54 yards. They'd love to pick up a few on 3rd down. Drives inside. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. The Wildcats back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They're going to ride this running back. They put the brakes on it. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Last play didn't go well. It leaves them with 2nd and 11. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a first down in the red zone.
There's a great saying in football. It's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes. Well, my Jimmy's better than your Joe.
Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Ivory. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. This field goal unit getting some serious run. They've already been out there 3 times. A kicker will try it again. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And it all comes down to this. Make or miss, win or lose. It's gone! A huge field goal, and they've taken the lead in the waning seconds. Waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over.